Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to the Page Family Homestead. In the kitchen, it's a good day. And you know what that means. We're canning. Now, what we're going to be canning, I had it all planned with Andy. He was taking our pork shoulder out to the smoker and we were going to do it all out there for the canning. Yeah, you got it. We're doing pulled pork. But it snowed. It snowed horribly here, and with Andy's lungs, I was not jeopardizing him. So we didn't get the smoked flavor until I remembered, oh wait, Andy made smoked salt. Come on in and let's see what we did. Okay, so you guessed it. We used Andy's smoked salts for cooking our pork shoulder, for our pulled pork in the crock pot. And oh wow, I didn't have to use a lot. We are being very conscious of our salt intake. What a punch this stuff packed, man. Like, it's beautiful. It's cooked slow all day. It's tender. But why I'm canning it? A lot of people would say it's a small batch. Why? Andy is horrible for leftovers. Absolutely horrible. He
don't like them.
Pulled pork isn't his favorite dish, but he does enjoy it now and again. Well, when you make pulled pork, you get this. You're not getting just a little bit, right? So now I'm stuck with it in my freezer. I don't have real estate freezer space. So we're going to can it today. Pressure can. Now the sauce we're making, we have fallen in love with the poblano and lime barbecue sauce made by President's Choice.
Yep.
So we're following Angie over at Angie's Life and More Reloaded. Her infamous barbecue recipe that she also uses in her place of employment. It's a good recipe and I have her permission. Now her recipe calls for 3 bottles of the cheapest barbecue sauce you can find. You know, the ones for like 99 cents. But Andy is very partial to this, so we're going to substitute with this. I'm going to play with her levels a little bit because I think I have too much for what I have here. And we'll see where it goes. But she uses 3 bottles. Oh, these all have the pull tabs on them.
Oh no, whatever will we do?
I know, but my hands are so weak.
You did it.
I know, yay! So I'm going to put in here, I'm going to put 4 bottles of this in and I'll bring you back. You don't need to sit here and watch all this. Okay, so I've got the 4 bottles, rather, of our favorite barbecue sauce. You do you.
Yeah.
And I've already added another cup of apple cider vinegar with the mother, and I've got 2 cups here. Yum.
Me.
She said a half a cup of diced garlic. Ooh, so I got just under half a cup, and we will taste it, and if it needs more, we'll use our dehydrated garlic that we turned into powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's garlicky, eh?
Oh yeah.
Now, Andy also made our own smoked paprika. Angie's recipe calls for cumin, a dash of cumin. Andy hates cumin, so we're using smoked paprika. More smoky flavor.
Oh yeah.
I can't handle this very well, but
Frank's red hot. Put this
I'm willing.
stuff
Oh,
on
look,
everything.
I got garlic all over me here.
Oh my God, what will we do? Everybody run to the
Okay,
door.
ready?
Yeah.
Let's see how much. She said a dash. Tell me when.
That's good.
I was getting nervous. Okay, I think that's everything she called for. And then fire it up, bring it to a boil, and then we let it simmer for 30 minutes. I could have probably diced that garlic up a little bit more, but I can put the blender in and go zing too, right?
You zing, zing,
I
zing.
can zing, zing. So I'm going to get this brought up to a boil, and I'm going to let it simmer for 30 minutes, and then we're coming back because we're canning.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I have let this simmer for 30 minutes. It is a beautiful tasting sauce. Very nice. I'm going to now put all the pulled pork into here, stir it up, and we'll be ready for canning. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, I lost my cameraman, and I know the videos are much better when he's on it, but we're busy. So I heated the meat back up in the sauce, and we're going to fill it to the 1-inch headspace. These are pints, so they will be processed at 10 pounds pressure for 75 minutes. We want to make sure that we do debubble as much as possible. It's quite liquidy, and I want to keep it that way, guys, because it's always better to strain than it is to not have enough. And I've got just a little too much in there, and I mean a little. Andy's not here, and he's my make sure you wipe. Wipe your rim very well, guys. As you know, over 10 minutes of pressure canning, you do not need to sterilize or heat up your rings or lids. And here we have it, guys. Look at that. I got a peek to see, make sure I'm getting yous in there. There we go. How's that? Like I said, Andy is not a good person to have the same meal too soon together. So doing pulled pork, this is perfect. I get my pulled pork fix. I only have to pull out a pint to make us 2 beautiful sandwiches, and it's not a leftover. So I'm going to get these into the canner. I've already got my 3 inches of water and my glug glug vinegar, oiled all the oily places. When they're all loaded, I'll bring you back. Okay guys, I've got 8 pints on the lower level and 1 pint on the upper deck. So we've got 9.5 pints. I'm so thrilled. We have a son coming over to help with some jobs here. He'll enjoy this later today on a bun. This is incredible for me. So you know the routine. We're going to let it sit here until we have 10 minutes of steady stream of steam. We will time that for 10 minutes, and then I'll be back with the jiggle, with the weight. Now, management, time management is what canning's all about. So we've got the product in the canner, and we've got the one cooling so I can put it in the fridge. I just wiped off my mat. Thank you, Beth, by the way, from Getting It Done North of 7. She sent me 2 of these. If you see them at the dollar store, scoop them up. They're padded. You never put your hot jars on a cold counter or a cold surface. These are perfect, and they wipe clean with a damp cloth. So time management, what am I doing? I got dishes. Dishes from doing our canning. So I'm going to do those up while I wait for my steam. I'll have a clean kitchen, and soon I'm going to have some beautiful pulled pork to take out whenever the hunger hits. I know for all you canners out there, this step is redundant to show, but it's so vital. We have a steady stream of steam. I'm not putting my weight on. I'm setting my timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so the timer went off. It's 10 pounds pressure, my elevation. I'm going to leave it there until it starts to jigger and go ch-ch-ch-ch. At that point, I will set my timer for 75 minutes. Game on. we had our first jigger. I'm going to turn the heat. I set my timer for 75 minutes. And now I'm going to just turn the heat down a little bit until I get a nice soft dance on my, let's see here. Got it. I was at 4. I've turned it down to 3. I'm just going to make sure it doesn't fall under pressure. And I'll bring you back at the end of our 75 minutes. Okay, so our timer has gone off. 75 minutes processing time is completed. So I'm just going to turn my heat off, let it sit here, and come down to 0 on its own. Well, I did something really bad, guys. I knew my canner was off and it was cooling down, coming back to 0. So I took off outside. Our eldest son is here, helping Andy with some jobs outside. And so I went out and played with them. And when I came in, I'm like, oh good, it's down to 0. And I started taking them out and I'm like, oh, this is a video. I forgot to. So what I did was I came down to 0. I opened it and left it ajar for 10 minutes. Just a little peek opened. And then I took the jars out. So what we've got is 9 pints. Look at them. They're still dancing. We have 9 pints, 9 meals. That'll feed 2 people each jar. For a $5 pork shoulder that was on sale, I wish we would have bought 10. Hindsight. So anyway, we've got 9 meals. I'm happy. Andy's going to be happy because now when he feels like a pulled pork, we don't have a whole bunch of it. We just have whatever we open. Our eldest son, I showed him the half pint in the fridge. He's got plans for that. So that's cool. Everybody's happy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Try it. Be inventive with your sauce. Make it the way your family enjoys it. You're the guy who's eating it. Make it the way you want it. Just remember to follow the guidelines, okay? In a pint jar, you want to do 75 minutes. Pound pressure dependent on your elevation. You need to check with the Google to figure out what that is. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Again, please remember to give the thumbs up, ring that bell right there. See how I know where it's gonna go? I edit. Please remember to check to make sure you are subscribed, share our videos, and we'll see you next video. Bye-bye. It's not canning without a drive-by, right? I mean, these jars are still dancing. Look at them back there. Or they stop when I focus in on them, right? Beautiful meals, guys. Look at it. Still dancing. This is like a canner's concert. I've been hearing ping, ping, ping. Good job. Made with love for later.